like to talk about a pretty common topic. What size bike should you start on? Now, the fact is, that's entirely up to you. You know, everybody's going to be different. A 250 isn't the right bike for everybody to start on. This is my first bike. It's a 600. You know, this is the first motorcycle I've actually ever driven. Now, I never took a safety course or any of that, which is why I say everybody's different. You know, some people could probably start on 1,000 and be all right. But you know, it takes some discipline to start on a larger bike. You know, obviously you can't be one of those that's going to go out and full throttle it first day you're on it, because you'll probably be killed. But you know, some people that have the discipline necessary. $10. Alright, $10 bills are up. And we're back on our way. Guys, but like I was saying, I mean, some people, they would be fine, probably even starting on like a Busa or something like that, yeah. It just, it's an issue mostly self-control and maturity. I mean, if you can control yourself enough and not have to show off, you're gonna be alright. This thing probably about 4 months without ever going full throttle, because I knew there was no reason, you know. You know, when you're learning, you don't need even half throttle. At least on something like this. I mean, on a 250, yeah, you might need full throttle. You know, what if you're going to get on a road where it's 55 and you're pulling out into traffic and you need to get moving? But something like this, no way you ever need full throttle. And I feel I would have been alright learning on a larger bike. You know, I only had one small incident on this thing, and actually hit a little one of those construction signs with a little flashing light on top of it. Just kind of caught it with the side of the bike here and my toe. You know, and it was mostly due to inexperience, but it would have been the same on a 250 or it's even like a scooter or something. I went to pass somebody that was braking for God knows why. Went around him, and lo and behold, the lane was closed. Well, worst thing that came out of that was a broken turn signal and somehow a broken mirror, and I broke my toe. Well, yeah, it wasn't broken bad though. I was able to walk and everything. But would it have been? Would I have been safer on a smaller bike? I don't think so. You know, I think the amount of braking I did probably would have been less helpful on a smaller bike because of the smaller brakes. I will say that you should start on a light bike, because I did almost drop this thing once, stopped at a stop sign, and wow, it is not a fun feeling, because it's a 500-pound bike, and that was hard. I did not drop it though. Put quite a strain on my leg. But you know, once you're moving on a bike like this, the weight isn't all that important, because this thing is very, very stable. You know, it handles quite well despite its weight. I would think more people would be better off starting on 600s. Maybe not a brand new CBR 600RR, a brand new R6 or anything like that though, but and 6 already. But you know, I wouldn't advocate going out and buying a 1000 to start on, or a 1300 or something like that. I'd suggest for most people probably the 600 range, or you know, and if you don't feel that you want all the power to begin with, just don't buy a bike with a 4-cylinder. You know, buy a 600cc twin, yeah, like an SB650. You know, because those bikes are going to have more power than like a Ninja 250. You know, but they're not going to be, you know, as fast as something like this. safety feature. You know, and these brakes, obviously, on a super sport like this are very good. And braking control is probably better practiced on something like this. Obviously, you don't want to go applying full brakes on something like this, but that's another thing that goes into the self-control thing. You never, no panic braking. Panic braking is always dangerous. Obviously, stuff like that can be dangerous too, but you know, it comes with experience. I think really pretty much anybody can start on almost any size bike, as long as you start off slow and realize that your brakes and your throttle, I mean, obviously depending on the size of the bike, can be very powerful. I mean, full throttle in a car is almost never a big deal. Full throttle on a motorcycle can be a very big deal. Brakes on a lot of motorcycles can also be a very big deal. Too much braking at the wrong time and could be the difference between life and death. But all that said, just be careful and you should be alright. You know, tons of people do it every day. You know, some people never research what kind of bike to start on or anything like that. They just go out, buy themselves a Gixxer 1000, and then they're off on the road. And you know, most of them end up fine. You know, and anything you read on the internet, anything including this video, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know, I mean, anything anybody says is just that, it's just what they say. You know, it doesn't necessarily hold any value. You know, like I said at the beginning, it's all up to you. I can edit that out, right? Conclude this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you have any comments on anything I've said, go ahead and leave them down below. Please, because I really enjoy reading and responding to the comments. You know, while I have few enough subscribers, while I still can respond to most of them, you know.